Alright, this is Kevin McCain again with Idaho Art Classes and Kevin McCain Studios. So we talked about making our cylinders from rectangles, and that makes it a whole lot easier on us. We also, we're going to show you how to make some cones as well. So usually we're going to be using not equilateral triangles that are symmetrical on both sides, which I believe includes isosceles as well. But so this is not equilateral, but it's still cut in half and it's mirrored right to left. So when we're doing this, the hardest part with drawing the triangle is keeping my angles the same. And so what we can do, if that's we need this to be symmetrical, what we can do is we can drop a line. We need to cut this with a line that's 90 degrees. Or a true corner. And this is supposed to be where the tip of this triangle is supposed to be. Now, I have to make a decision. Do I want this to kick out wider or do I want it to come in? But once I've done that, I can bring it into symmetry, or maybe I'd restart it entirely. But let's say this is the distance I want off that center line. Okay, so I can then just come over here, take little measurements off the center line, come over here, off that center line. This should now be the same distance here as it is here, right? And from there we can then get ourselves a triangle that's much more symmetrical right to left. Okay, missed that a little bit. Like so. So again, not perfect, but not bad either. So, and that's all right. So we're going to turn this flat triangle into, now we could make it into a cone if we wanted to, or we can make it into a pyramid. We're going to make it into a pyramid. We're going to think of this little middle line here, kind of like a pendulum, and that this thing can, the angle can be either way. Now it could be straight up and down, but that's more boring. So we're going to decide, hey, do I see this much of it, or do I, this much of this side versus that side? Do I see much more of the right side versus the left side? Or do we see more of the right side? Or pardon me, do we see, I think I reversed that. I'm left-handed and I reverse things sometimes. But am I seeing more of the left compared to the right, or am I seeing more of the right compared to the left? I just need to make my decision. Let's say, for instance, I want to make it more of the left side. And I just decided that this right here is the division between my right and left side. And then all I need to do is decide, what's going on with the angle. If I'm seeing more of this side and less of this side, that means this angle is going to have a little bit more. This angle is going to be more extreme, or it's going to have, a much more extreme angle. We'll just use that term for now. Not the one I was thinking of, but and this one's going to be a little softer. So that means that this angle is almost, not quite, but it's getting close to almost being 90 degrees, or quarter to the hour. Whereas this one, if we made this into a clock face, maybe this is 11, 12 minutes after the hour. But actually, I think it's closer to 10 minutes before the hour. But anyways, but you're gonna have one angle, obviously, that's gonna be, anyways, a little more extreme, one that's a little softer. And if I parallel this, we could actually even indicate the base. Whoops, not even close. That's opening up still. That could then be the invisible back corner, and if it was made out of glass or, you know, crystal or something, well, then we could go ahead and find that far side. This is then the base of that pyramid. So it's easier to develop a pyramid from a triangle. Now I understand this is a very simple conversation of a much longer conversation. The proper way, you know, the most proper way is to define a rectangle inside a cube. But for the beginning artist, this it can work really, really well. There's a part of which, you know, we have to abandon this for the whole idea of taking a cube, or, you know, or I guess it could certainly be a box, not just a cube. But we could take this thing and then develop the pyramid inside of that, where we take our little cube here. This cube is a 1 point perspective, and it's a little bit too wide, so we're going to lift it this way. I want to check my square by checking the height with my thumb and the end of the pencil versus the width. You know, looks like I was closer before. Oh well. Split the difference. Right. And then bring this down. And that should be close enough. And then we go, okay, well this is my front view box, or 1 point perspective box. I can see if it's opening up or if it's the same as that angle there. For those of you that know perspective, yes, there should be vanishing points, and so there would be diminishments. But for those that don't know that just yet, don't worry about it. We're going to go ahead and make these so these are truly parallel. This line, this line, this line, this line. There's no convergence, or very little anyways. But we'll try to get them parallel. Turn this into a box, like so. Supposedly our box is supposed to be a cube in this case. And if this is a cube, this would be the back corner. Then that back corner would come up. That tells you my angle's a bit off. This is also leaning out a little bit. Trim that up. Bring this over to there. We'll just pretend that's straight, shall we? We'll use our imagination. Be all creative. Like so. This then needs to push out just a bit. You can taper just a little bit at the bottom. But now we have that back corner. We actually create a pyramid in here. So this is now the top, little dots at the top of this cube. And then we'd have the bottom, and all we do is we take the bottom of this thing, go corner to corner, like so, go corner to corner, whoops. And then where those two cross, that would be the middle. Take this corner to corner. Take this corner to corner, like so. corner, 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 all that good stuff. This then is the middle there. And then we just connect this. This is now sort of like a little bamboo skewer going through the middle of our marshmallow or ice cube or whatever you want to call it. And then all we do is we take these corners here. This is the back corner, the right corner, and all that good stuff. The left front, the left back corner, and we just go ahead and connect those. Now that's the proper way of creating a pyramid. Right? And as we come down here, like so. And, so we'd have our pyramid. The sides that we would see would be this one right here. And of course, this one right here would be the two sides that we would see. Unless it was made out of glass, and then we'd see this back here. We can make this little checkered line and this little checkered line like so, and then this would be a checkered. This means this is a notation in drafting that means, hey, the line's there, but it is invisible or cannot be seen, but it exists. So this would be the proper way to draw an ellipse. Now, one thing about this is this has to truly be a cube, or this will start to stretch too far out. And so, as far as this goes, we should be seeing a little more of this side. That would stretch this. It wouldn't look as wonky. So anyways, so that's, we're not going to talk about how to do that. There are ways to make sure that your cube is fairly accurate, but, you've done enough cubes, you'd be like, yeah, all I need to do is I need to pull this out. That would then move this over, and you could go ahead and change it up so that now it would actually break through the ceiling just a little bit with this point to get the point back, because it's rounded just a tiny bit. But so now this point's actually breaking through the ceiling of the cube. Oh well, but now the base is more square. But anyways, and there are ways to talk about how to draw a true cube. We're not going to worry about that today. But this is how we can develop it from either a triangle or, the more advanced way, which we'll do an intermediate and advanced drawing. We'll actually do the cube and then draw the pyramid inside the cube itself. All right, well, this has been Kevin McCain with Kevin McCain Studios. Be creative and enjoy, you folks. Or enjoy, and you folks take care.